Our Valley Santa Clarita, we create success for your business. This program is brought to you by Newhall Pharmacy.
I love the ending of the music. I love the music.
I love it too.
Can you tell I'm a salsero?
Yeah, because he's from Puerto Rico.
Welcome to Our Valley Santa Clarita. My name is Bill Miranda, and this is my lovely and very talented co-host, Nancy Angel.
Why, thank you.
Nancy.
Yes.
What are you wearing? You're looking glamorous today.
Thank you. Can I take a little twirl first?
Please do.
All right. Well, I'm wearing a beautiful dress that was provided by Miss Sol, which is located on the corner of 8th Street and Main Street in downtown Old Newhall. And it's an amazing store. The owners are very nice, very welcoming. They have clothes from all different shapes and sizes, accessories, hats, you name it. Love the store. Need to check it out.
Absolutely. Look how wonderful it is. You look gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow. Hey, I'm excited about the show we have today. You know, you go out and you find your dream house. Yay! You have found your dream house. What do you need to do to own the house that your dream house is? Well, we have experts. And the biggest expert we have right now coming up is Joe Fernandez, who's going to tell us about how you can finance that dream home in such a way that you can afford it and live in it and be happy in it.
I'm excited.
When we come back.
Took a trip to Parkway in Valencia off the 5. Now they call me Han, cause my monthly payment's so low. Sprung for that Cadillac. What?
Cause YOLO.
Selection, service, satisfaction guaranteed. Who's down with PP? Yeah, you know me. No money down, it's almost a steal. They're more generous than Oprah.
You get a deal and you get a deal.
Car shopping done right makes it easy choosing. PP and Little Bro, Parkway got us cruising.
When I grow up, I want to help animals. When I grow up, I want to help animals. When I grow up, I want to help animals.
Every parent knows the feeling. You look away, and your child is gone. Imagine if he or she were actually abducted. Sign up at wirelessamberAlerts.org to get free Amber Alert text messages on your cell phone. If you did help an abducted child get home, just imagine what his parents would be feeling. Wireless Amber Alerts. A child is calling for help.
Every trip, every time.
California, here I come!
Buckle up so you and your friends get home safely.
I must scream into the world from the top of someplace very high.
Seatbelts save lives.
Okay.
Visit NHTSA.gov.
Low and slow. Best friend, what are you gonna do?
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
That is spectacular advice.
Welcome back. You have a dream house that you've had your eye on for a long time. You see it, you want it. It could be yours. You've got a real estate broker and you're working with a real estate broker to get that house. But now that you've put a deposit on the house starts the hardest part. Believe it or not, the hardest part was not finding the house. The hardest part is finding the right financing for that house. And who we have here with us today is an expert on home mortgages, Joe Fernandez. Welcome, Joe.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Listen, I have a quick question for you. Sure. Before we even get into mortgages, I want to know about you. Where were you raised?
I was raised in Pacoima, moved out to Santa Clarita Valley when I was about 16 years old, and been here ever since.
So you're pretty much a native of Santa Clarita Valley.
Yes.
Ah, unlike Nancy, who's only been here 2 years.
Not even 2 years, Bill. Not even 2 years.
Not even 2 years. Well, and Joe, you went to Hart High School.
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
I did. I had a great time there at Hart High.
Did you play any sports?
No, unfortunately, I didn't. I wish I.
So you were really into the studies then?
Put him on the spot, why don't you?
Sorry.
My kids are watching.
So you went to Hart High School.
Yes.
What happened after Hart High School?
After Hart High, I got into the finance business, and I was fortunate enough to have come across a real good mentor, which, as a matter of fact, is still a good friend today, and led me into the business side, the finance side. I grabbed onto it quite a bit, and I enjoyed the business, and it's been there ever since.
The finance business is not an easy business.
It's not.
Lots of good things happening and lots of dangerous things happening.
A lot of changes have gone
Yeah.
about.
How
Yes.
did you adapt to all of that?
It was interesting. It's a big roller coaster ride, but it's not for everyone. But you have to be a little thick-skinned.
Right. Right. And so how did you get into, now you're in the finance business, how did you get into the mortgage lending business?
You know, the mortgage lending business is one thing I had always had some interest in. Growing up, I had one of my friend's older brothers. He was a home loan officer at the time, and he would always pull into the parking lot with his real nice car, dressed in a suit, and I'm like, wow, one day I want to be a loan officer. I didn't know what they did. I just knew I wanted to be a loan officer. Later in time, I had the fortune that I had a friend that got into the business, and he invited me over. He invited me over and got into the business and loved it ever since.
Outstanding. Good. And Joe, do you have a family?
Yes, I do.
Tell us
Married,
about it.
I have 3 beautiful boys. They all play sports, baseball primarily. So we're a big baseball family. So that's pretty much our pastime. I mean, that's where we spend the majority of our time with our boys.
So then you're a Dodger fan then?
We were just at Dodger Stadium a couple nights ago. Yes, yes.
Well, I hate to tell you, Joe, but you're in the presence of a humongous Giant fan.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm from Northern California. I'm from San Francisco, so I got to represent the team, even though I don't live in San
You're Southern
Francisco.
California now, though.
I know.
Tell them what you did. Tell them what you did.
Okay, so I went, long story short, I went to Dodger Stadium for the first time last year with one of my really close Dodger friends. And I was all decked out in my Giants gear, orange socks, Giant hat, everything basically orange.
And your short shorts.
Yeah, yeah, and short shorts. And people weren't being very nice. I had fries thrown at me.
Wow.
Yeah, and one of them told me that I needed to go back to San Francisco.
Wow.
But that has not stopped me from still wearing my Giants gear. When you're a loyal fan, you're a loyal fan, right?
We're going to work on her, Joe.
There
Don't
you
worry
go.
about it. Don't worry about it. I give her 6 months, she'll be wearing blue.
There you go.
So tell us about your 3 sons.
My 3 boys, my oldest boy is Vincent. He's 18. He's over at CLC. I have my middle son, which is Alex. He's over at Saugus High School. And my youngest, he's about to start Saugus High School pretty soon.
Wow.
Yes.
Any problem with Saugus Hart, that going on?
Well, we're pretty much in transition. I'm actually trying to convince him to come over to Hart.
Right.
I'd like for them to
Right.
just run with their sport there at Hart High.
Right.
And how did you meet your wife?
I met my wife at work. It was quite interesting where she was related to one of my employees, a gentleman that worked for me at the time, and she came to visit him for lunch, and that pretty much did it.
That's
Bam.
love at first sight, music in the background.
Yes, and fortunately we've been married now 20 years now.
Get the number right, Joe. Get the number right.
She's watching, remember?
She's
There you
watching.
go.
Yes, without a doubt.
Good. And her name is?
Maria Fernandez.
Maria. I just met a gal named Maria. I love that name.
Yeah, so we have the most common names, Jose and Maria Fernandez.
Jose and Maria.
So that happens all the time. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, good. We like to get to know our people because you're an inspiration to a lot of people. There are a lot of people watching right now. And what you didn't mention was that you were born in L.A. okay,
Yes.
and then you graduated to Pacoima, right? And then you graduated again to Santa Clarita, if you don't mind, if the people don't mind my saying graduated. But you worked your way up.
Yes.
And so part of what we like to do in this show is we like to let our viewers know that they can be inspired by people such as you. You're born in LA and you just do what you need to do.
Well, we're pretty fortunate that my father, he immigrated over to the United States in Texas. That's where he first had his start here in the U.S. and at a very young age in the farming industry. And from farming, he later in life he decided to become a mechanic. He went to LA Tech. He was certified as a transmission specialist, and just his hard work ethics, just really inspired me to take it to a different level, to the next level. Just the ethics of hard work and determination is one thing that really instilled in us.
That's the American dream.
Without a doubt,
That's
yes.
the American dream. When we come back, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I want to talk about Alterra home mortgages.
Sure.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
Horseradish. Is that for horses? Remember me, Mr. Lobster? From last Tuesday?
Banana. 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 Here comes the rain. We need a hat. And why do we need a hat?
It's a giant.
That's right.
When you talk with your child, you build vocabulary, and learning starts long before school does. For more tips, go to bornlearning.org.
Mrs. Johnson, good to see you again. This is Mike. You can trust him. He looks just like you.
I'll be sucking up to you in order to make you sign the loan.
So, here are your low monthly payments and interest rate as we promised. Here's where they triple. The rest of this is really just here so that we get your house when you can't pay us back.
Such a lovely house.
Predatory lenders are never this easy to spot. Call us and protect yourself with the facts.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Where have you been?
I lost my cat.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, so I made this cat magnet to try and get him back. Cool. Does it work? Kinda.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's not my cat. Gotta keep working on it. See ya.
See ya.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your own inventions or just play some games at inventnow.org.
Welcome back. I'm Bill Miranda, and I'm here with my co-host Nancy Angel, and we're here talking with our guest, Joe Fernandez of Alterra Home Loan. Joe, where's Alterra located?
We have 36 locations throughout the United States. We just recently opened another office here in Santa Clarita on Lyons Avenue.
On Lyons Avenue,
yes,
Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita, correct.
Excellent. And the 36?
And you oversee the one here in Santa Clarita and
Northridge.
And Northridge,
correct.
Yes.
Excellent. How did that come about? And, well, let's start with that one. One question at a time.
Well, it was interesting. Alterra had approached me about 3 years ago or so. I met a gentleman over there, one of the senior management, and they were working on recruiting. I just kind of felt the moment wasn't right at the time. 3 years later, I came across him at a national convention for NARP, which is the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. Came across him again, and I just liked the vibe, I liked the environment, the group. I was fortunate enough to speak to a number of the managers that were there, and just the atmosphere was just something totally different. It was the Latino atmosphere, so I just really enjoyed that, and I joined the team.
And you joined the team 3 years ago?
Approximately about just a little under a year ago.
Under a year ago?
Yes.
Okay. And then you had this humongous grand opening on Lyons, It was one of the best grand openings I've ever seen.
Yes, well, you know, I mean, our motto is always, if we're going to do something, do it to the fullest. You know, we're Latinos. We like to celebrate. For us, it's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's a big celebration. So, you know, we had to bring out the mariachi.
You had the mariachis, you had the tacos and the enchiladas and the whole thing. That was wonderful.
Yes, yes, it was a lot
Excellent.
of fun.
So tell us about Altera Home Loans and how do you know, if I need a home loan, I call you up, what happens?
The process is, you know, first it's an interview. We take all your pertinent information, try and see exactly where you qualify for, if you're a fit for which particular loan product. And, you know, there's some cases that, you know, you fall into one program or another. But if not, you know, we put you on a roadmap to be able to become a homeowner, whether it's 3 months down the road, 6 months, or a year down the road. Because there's some folks that unfortunately have a couple of blemishes in their credit and so forth. But so we set them in the path to homeownership.
Now, there are a few things that are rather unique to Altera Home Loans. Some of the packages that you offer.
Yes, we have a number of different home loan products. You know, we had one very unique one where we had the I-10 program. We had folks that don't have a Social Security number, but they're hardworking individuals. So we're able to offer them or extend credit to them based on their taxpayer ID number.
So if they have the taxpayer ID number, you're able to extend credit, and that's called an
I-10 program.
I-10 program.
Yes.
Excellent. We need to get that out there to people because there are a lot of people that need that.
Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's one thing that we've been hard working on, especially here in this valley that we're new to this area.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned several loan packages. What are some of the differences?
Well, you have your, we refer to it standard because, you know, we're in the industry. One is your FHA program, which is a government-backed loan program. A lot lesser requirements for this program. It's a little more accessible for the majority of the home buyers out there. You also have your conventional loan program. A little stricter guidelines, but better conditions. Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm a veteran. Do you handle VA loans?
Yes, we do. We also do VA loans, correct.
Okay. What do veterans, because there are many veterans out there, especially now coming home and the whole thing, looking for home loans. What are some of the qualifications that they need, or what are some of the, how do they go about getting a VA loan?
One of the first steps is first obtaining your entitlement directly through a VA to see how much the VA is going to secure.
Okay.
So that's usually the first step. Afterwards would be just the income qualifications and also the credit requirements.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So someone like Nancy, first-time buyer, when she starts to make a ton of money and she starts wanting to buy her own home.
Absolutely.
How would she prepare now for the loan that she might need a year or two or three from now?
I would say the first and most important step is you could go online. There's the annualfreecreditreports.com that you could go on to. It's a free service. Available to annualfreecreditreport.com. Okay. You could go on there, check the status of your credit. First is building up your credit history, credit profile. Try and get the scores up as high as possible. If you interview with someone in our office, we could go through the credit profile, can give you some pointers as to what would be needed, suggest a couple of different cards that you could obtain to get you into that map of home ownership.
All right, and that's great because you're gonna get a home, you're gonna prepare for a home, and Joe's gonna help you plan ahead so that your credit is worthy when it comes time.
It's all about credit here in this country.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
So.
Joe, it's been wonderful having you here. You're absolutely an inspiration to many of us, and we're just so thankful that you're here with us on the show. When we come back, Claudia Echeverria is going to talk to us about how she handles escrows.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov and let the journey begin.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Have you been a dad today?
Welcome back. I'm Bill Miranda. The show is Our Valley, Santa Clarita. I'm here with my lovely co-host and my guest, Claudia Echeverria. Welcome, Claudia.
Thank you.
You know, when you find your dream home and you're all excited about it, and then you go and get it financed through Joe Fernandez.
Right.
That's not over yet.
Nope, it's not over yet.
At that point in time, you have to open an escrow.
You do.
Tell me about that.
Well, what we do is that we protect buyers and sellers in making sure that all the facets of the real estate transaction are secure. So we basically hold all contracts. We make sure that the lender is meets their underlining requirements, exactly. That the real estate agents are also delivering with their part of the contract, and we monitor all of that. So we're a neutral third party.
So you make sure, I'm just wanting to make sure I understand. You make sure, and wanting to that Nancy understands.
Understand for me as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You make sure that what the buyer agrees to and what the seller agrees to
Correct. Comes together.
Correct. Okay.
I always say we're like the real estate police. We monitor everything. So we're monitoring we're basically going through the contract and making sure that all the dates are met, and we hold all the funds. So we're responsible for all the documents, all the funds, and everything until everything comes together, and then we're able to close and disperse.
And that's Newhall Escrow?
That's Newhall Escrow.
Over on Lyons Avenue?
Yes, and we've been there since 1963. We've been there for 52 years. So it's really a really great company, and we're truly a neutral company. We have no affiliation with any other company. So we're basically there to facilitate everything for buyers and sellers.
You guys are award winners too, right?
Yes, we've been the #1 company for SCV for 2 years in a row.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. You have a wonderful team in there.
Yes, we
at
do.
Newhall Escrow. And you've had it for many, many years. Steve Korn is a good friend.
Yes.
We love Steve Korn. He's not only great at escrows, but he gives to the community.
He does. He's a great mentor, and I feel very fortunate to work for his company because I feel that everybody there really cares about the community. They care about each other. Every file has its own life. No two files are the same because no home purchase is the same, and not everybody's situation is the same. So it's really great when you have, you know, the foundation of a company, a well-trusted company. It makes our lives easier, and it's also transferred over to our clients, because then our clients know that they can trust in us. We have the years, the relationships, and you know, it's actually a great company to be with.
It is a great company. As you say, it's been around since 1963. Now, I haven't been here since 1963, but when I came here in 1983, I used Newhall Escrow.
Oh, wow.
And I did not have an easy escrow because I did a 30-day escrow, and everybody had to run, and Newhall Escrow was fantastic. 30-day escrow, as you well know.
Yeah, exactly.
Not easy.
No. Well, that's our job. We're always rushing. I don't think it's ever easy for us. There's a lot of hair coloring for me involved. You know, I have a lot of grays since I started, but you know, it's just, we take the time to make every transaction feel like it's #1. So we're basically delivering the dream of home ownership, and that's what we do.
I love that, the dream of home ownership. How do you feel when people come to sign the final papers?
Well, it's exciting, but a lot of people are very nervous, of course. I always say, don't be nervous now. Moving out is a lot worse, you know? Well, at least for me, I hate packing and moving and the whole thing. But I personally feel that I can make the clients feel comfortable, especially in our community. There's a lot of times that we have a lot of Latino clients coming in, and it's very foreign for them. It's a lot of paperwork. It's, it's overwhelming. So it's easy for us, or for me in general, to go over all the loan documents and sit down with them and explain everything from start to finish in Spanish if needed. And it really helps. It really helps, and I feel like it makes a difference to the clients coming in.
That's very important that you are bilingual at New Whole Escrow, because a lot of people buying homes now, the Latino population, Nancy, is growing
exponentially.
Exponentially.
Yes.
All right?
It is, definitely.
And so you have a lot of people now who need access to the bilingual services.
Oh, yeah.
And you offer them.
Oh, yes, for sure. And like you said, we do see a huge number of escrows coming in, and there's a lot of Latinos, whether it's in this valley or in the San Fernando Valley. It's just growing, and a lot more people are able to have the dream of home ownership. So it's really great, and it makes my job easier to be able to communicate with them, and it makes me happy. So I like making the final phone call, like, you closed escrow, it's great, congratulations.
Is that the most satisfying part of
your
job?
For me, yes, for sure. I love making that final phone call, for sure. It's rewarding.
Homeownership is such a rewarding thing. It's something, to me, it's part of the American dream, and it says a lot when you can get to that final stage where you actually sign the documents and own the home.
Yes.
It's fantastic. The work you do, the work Steve Korn and his organization does, is just absolutely outstanding, and we salute you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Now, how do we reach you? You're in New Hall on Lyons.
Yes, we're in New Hall on Lyons. New Hall Escrow, you can actually go online and look us up. There's our website, our contact information, everything's on there. It's
Everything's on there.
Yeah,
and while we talk, we're going to
newhallescrow.com.
be displaying the information so that our viewers
that'd be great.
could see how to reach you and everything.
Okay.
Claudia, thank you very much. We appreciate your being here.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. When we come back, we're going to close the show and talk about what we have next week.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Another great show.
Another informational and empowering show, if you ask me.
Absolutely. Inspiring, educational, and motivational. That's what we try to offer our viewers, and I think we did it this show.
I think it was kind of eye-opening for me, because I always thought, the young person that I am, you find a house that you like, you sign the papers, you try to finance it, and that's it. But I found out today that there's just so much to it. It's a long process.
You have to open an escrow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Claudia. We appreciate you being here and sharing your stories with us and telling us about your businesses. Next week, we're going to talk about being active in the community, doing the things we have to do to be part of the community. There are a lot of events that take place in the community. There are a lot of nonprofits in the community that we can support.
And that they do well for the community and service and help other people who are in need as well.
Absolutely. So, whether it's Single Mothers Outreach, whether it's Family Promise, whether it's a Chancellor Circle, whether it's Domestic Violence Center, Child and Family Center, there's so many nonprofits that serve our community here in Santa Clarita. And we would really like to salute each and every one of them, but we can't. So next week, we're going to talk about, and we're going to meet Family Promise. That's one of my favorite nonprofits in the community. I serve on their board, and I am really excited about having Dee Dee and Amber here from Family Promise next week. So thank you for watching us. Tune in next week. Where can they reach us?
They can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also on Twitter, and ourvalleysantaclarita.com, our website.
Where mi casa es.
Su casa.
Bye-bye.
Our Valley Santa Clarita. We create success for your business. This program is brought to you by New Hall Pharmacy.